This is what I like to see. Two very recent 911s. This one's the new 991.2 and this is the 991.1. And I'm going to make this video answering the 3 questions everybody has about the new 991.2, which of course is, what does it sound like? How much better is the performance? And are there any other driving nuances? You know, anything about the new engine that makes driving a little different. So I've got my friend Peter here with me today, who's brought along his Carrera S, the 2015, which you've seen me review before. And we're going to take it out on, take both cars out on some twisty roads and listen to it, then take it out on the highway, do a short drag race, and then I'll give you my thoughts on how the new 991.2 drives. Okay, here we are in the 991.1 manual transmission. So my thoughts on the sound. Well, I'm quite surprised how good the new turbocharged engine sounds. I'm really surprised actually. You know, when you're really pushing this engine, it's still got that 911 character to it, that howl that 911s have always had, which I love, which is great that they've managed to maintain that sound. What's changed, of course, is there's a raspiness that is in the naturally aspirated engine that you don't get in the turbocharged engine. Whether or not you like that is a matter of taste. Personally, I love the raspy sound of the naturally aspirated engine, but that's not to say that this is a terrible sounding engine. No way. This is still a magnificent sounding engine, as you've heard. Not that different to the naturally aspirated engine, which really surprises me. But there's still a difference there, and my preference is still the naturally aspirated sound. But yeah, really surprised at how great the sound of the new turbo is. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, wow. Yeah, there's just so much more low down torque in this car that it just launches away from the naturally aspirated engine. You can really feel it as well. This car has so much more power down low, whereas the naturally aspirated engine builds its torque as you get through the revs, which is a lot of fun to drive the naturally aspirated engine, but obviously easier to drive this car because it doesn't matter what gear you get caught in, you've still got plenty of torque.
Second gear.
Second gear.
1, 2, 3, go, and on the go you go.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, it just eases ahead of it, you know, just that extra torque down low just creeps ahead of the naturally aspirated engine. So finally today, what are the driving dynamics of this new engine? Is there a turbo lag? Well, there's always a turbo lag in any turbocharged car. You know, mine M4 is not noticeable, but it is there from time to time. And this car is the same in that it's got very small turbochargers, and its 3-litre engine is quick on the power in that even without the boost being on, it's still a powerful engine. That said, I think the best way to note whether or not you're catching it off guard with the boost is actually look at the little boost gauge that is now available on the programmable cluster. And if you're cruising along, and if I force it into a gear, if I'm in manual and I'm in 4th gear and I'm not on boost here, and suddenly, I don't know whether you can see that, suddenly you dump your foot down, half a second it takes to get up to full boost. So yeah, I do like this new 3-litre turbocharged. It sounds great. It's wonderful how it delivers so much power. It's super fast, but I will miss the naturally aspirated engine. There's something about the way it delivers power and the sound that it produces while it's doing that. The way it builds power through the rev range just releases a little more adrenaline in my body than the turbocharged cars, which are faster. You know, it's funny that the slower car produces more of a rush for me than the naturally aspirated engine, but it's just the way the naturally aspirated engine goes about its business that brings a level of excitement to me. So I will be missing the naturally aspirated engine. I think that 3.8 litre, particularly the ones without the power kit. I was never a big fan of the power kit engines. The way they deliver the power is just my favourite engine of all times. So I will miss that engine. But yeah, this new engine has its own charms, and so we must move on with progress. And turbocharged engines are the way of the future, and yeah, there's a lot to love about them as well. You know, there's a lot to love about more power, and there's a lot to love about always having that power on tap.